Gracie's over there having at my tripod case. Bless. Bless you,
well,
honey.
Then.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
I'm Lindsay.
And today we went to see...
Les Mis!
No, what do you call it?
What? Les Miserables. Shoot me.
I was just anticipating I was watching.
She was staring at me the whole time.
And she did not cry once!
I have no soul.
We're gonna start simple.
Okay.
Okay. What is the plot of Les Miserables?
So there was a dirty guy at the beginning. And they're pulling a boat. He needed a shower. Some toothpaste, you know, and there, later, that dude was all, he took a shower, he met up with the mean guy, the guy, whose name I don't know.
Did you learn nothing from this movie? Like, what were you doing? Because I looked over and you were just, this is what you did the entire time.
The whole time. So then, he met up with that guy again, and then he's like, oh my god, that guy. Then there was a little girl, or no, there was Anne Hathaway. She was doing some, I don't know what she was doing, some kind of job, and she got fired or something happened, and then she was all like, oh my daughter, in song form, and then she like became a prostitute or something and like chopped all her hair off, and then they pulled her tooth out, and that was really gross, even though they didn't even show it. And then she like died with that the dirty guy who was not clean. And then there was the dictator, not the dictator. He plays the dictator. What's his name? Sacha Baron Cohen, who is fabulous, by the way. Him and the chick from like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and every Tim Burton movie known to man.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah, her. They're all like stealing people's stuff, and it was really funny. Was that supposed to be funny?
It was supposed to be funny.
Okay, good, because I was laughing. And then there was something about the little girl. They're all like, she like lived there. Then the dirty guy, what is his name? So then it flashed forward, and then the guy, the cute guy with the freckles, whose name I don't even know. I couldn't pronounce it if I tried.
It's like the easiest name
Is it
in
really?
the whole Marius.
He saw Blondie and was all like, oh, I'm in love with her or whatever, and then there was the jealous girl who died or something.
You might want to be careful with your choice of words about that.
Oh, is that the one? Oh, yeah.
Just keep going.
Oh. So, brunette girl. Is that? She died, and then she was all happy about it. Not happy about it, but she was all like, it's okay, I don't hurt, I don't feel anything. He was all like, no, don't die. Pretty much all after that, it was a lot of fighting, and then a lot of death. There was the little barricade thing, and the chairs, and the furniture. And then they killed the little kid, and that was when I was about to cry. And then I remember the guy killed himself with a very unnecessary sound effect.
Yep.
So then they were getting married, and then the Sacha Baron Cohen dude and Tim Burton lady were, they looked hilarious. Her dad, or whoever, the slave guy, dirty guy, he was about to die or something, and he like ran away. So then he ran away, and then didn't the Sacha Baron Cohen guy tell Freckle Boy that like he left, or was gonna tell somebody something?
Kind of. Sacha Baron Cohen, Monsieur Thenardier.
But I can't say that.
He told him that he saw this dude carrying a dead body through the sewers, thinking that,
Yeah,
he won't like this guy anymore, and he'll trust me, and then like he's like,
that's right.
that's the dude that saved my life, and
Yeah,
so it kind of backfired.
I do remember that, because they went through the poop chutes. So then Freckle Boy and Blondie went to go find Dirty Boy, and then he died while singing to Anne Hathaway. Then there were all the dead people were all singing happily, and they were waving their flags.
Okay, so that's your basic summary.
Yes,
Okay.
that's my take. I
Pretty
should have
good.
known names rather than Freckle Boy and Tim Burton lady. Dirty guy.
Okay, so that brings me to my next question.
Oh lord.
Who is Jean Valjean?
Was he the guy that killed himself with the unnecessary sound effect?
No, that was Javert. Try again.
Hello?
There's a whole song that's repeated like 2 or 3 times throughout the thing. And it goes, "Who am I? I am Jean Valjean." Who is singing that? Dirty dude was singing
Dirty
that.
boy, okay.
Who is Javert?
He was the guy that killed himself with the unnecessary sound effect.
Yeah. We all agreed on that. You know the whole story with Javert is going to find Jean Valjean because he ran away from parole.
Right.
And he'd come back and he's like, I'm going to be a new person, and he ran away. And then he saw him and then he's like, oh, it's him. And then he's like, oh, it's not him. And then
Right.
he tries to confess and no one believes him and then all this stuff. So do you feel that Javert was doing anything wrong? That he was morally wrong in doing what he did?
Wait, which one is that? I don't know.
Obviously that system, there's something wrong with that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Javert is just one man trying to do his job, and he's doing it, and he thinks he's doing it for God, which is the same reason that, you know, Valjean is doing all these things. So do you think there's do you think there's anything that you can hold against either of them?
I mean, like, I think stealing bread is not that big a deal. I mean, if it's his job, it's his job, but, I mean, I don't know. I can see, like, both ways, I guess.
So we'll go to brown-haired girl. Do you know who brown-haired girl is?
Was her name Ebony, or is that just something that
Her name is Eponine.
what?
Who you previously referred to as Jealous Girl.
Jealous Girl. Sorry. She
is my favorite character.
I'm sorry.
In the whole freaking play. So, are you Team Eponine or Team Cosette, as opposed to getting Marius?
Cosette.
Why?
I have no idea. I thought they were cuter together.
Because my whole thing is that Cosette did absolutely nothing. They saw each other in a street, and then they're like, oh my goodness, I'm so in love with you. Whereas, you know, Eponine has grown up with this guy. She's followed him around everywhere. She's doing everything she can. She's like, I will go find you, your girl. So she's like,
very defensive.
I mean, yeah. I so identify with this. I feel her pain. I am this chick, and so, like, that's the thing that's the first thing that made me cry in that movie when I saw it the first time was, when she sang On My Own, and then they did, A Little Fall of Rain, and I was just, like, bawling.
I heard you, like, sniffling and stuff when she died.
She did everything right! Like, and Cosette just shows up, and she's like,
I ship him.
Hey, Marius, I'm so gorgeous. You're gorgeous. We should be perfect for each other. Like, she did no work for that guy. Marius is a typical man.
You are my favorite human.
There was, like, no respect in that relationship, and she did everything she could. You know what she did? She jumped in front of a cannon, and she's sitting there dying, and he's like, oh, no. She's like, I don't feel any pain. It's a cannon shot. Like, they shot her. Yeah, she feels pain. If they shot her in, like, the back, where like her nerves were numbed, maybe she wouldn't feel any pain. Maybe she got shot in the brain and it was like over, she wouldn't feel any pain. She got shot in the chest. She was feeling some pain, but all the while she's like, don't feel bad, just cuddle me. He goes on and he's like, if I could close your wounds with words of love. And then he just goes off and not even a tear, goes off, gets up, not upset, marries Cosette, and they live happily ever after, like Eponine never existed. So some of the things that really bothered people, the things they had problems with were little things. One of the biggest things that people were upset about was the fact that when Anne Hathaway came back at the end and everyone was in heaven, was that her hair was still short.
I was going to say something about that.
Does that make you angry or upset?
Not really, because she died like that.
Some of the other people said that they did not like the singing. Did you care for this? I mean, as far as you go with musicals, what did you think of the singing? It was very raw for singing as far as produced music goes.
People were mad about it?
Because they
I thought that was kind of cool, because then it looked like it was more fitting for the environment.
The thing that the director did was that they all sang live.
Oh, did they really? I thought that, I mean, I didn't know it was live or anything, but I thought that since it wasn't so overproduced sounding, it made it more, like, fit towards the scenario, I guess.
Who was your favorite character?
The Sacha Baron Cohen guy. I thought it was kind of cool, like, how they robbed all the people.
Whose death made you the most upset?
The little kid.
I really liked how they have the shot of contrast where you see the French army soldiers when they're all dead at the end of the battle and they're the last barricade standing and it's over. And they're all strewn all over the place, and the revolutionaries, that's the word, they're laying side by side. Like, they took care of their people. You could tell that they really loved each other. And I really loved how the two of them that were left at the end, except for Marius, who got taken by Valjean,
Into the poop chutes.
I really liked how, you know, they walked in, the soldiers didn't shoot them until they were standing together and they died.
Yeah,
I thought that was sweet. That was a
yeah.
cute bromance moment.
And horribly tragic and gross.
I liked that it was raw and you were allowed to feel something about it. Like, I liked how they didn't just have them, like, fall to the ground. I really liked how the guy was, like, hanging out the window, and it's because that's how it was. Like, I thought there was kind of, like, a purity about that was really good for the story. Because, you know, obviously that's not exactly what happened in the revolution, but when you had things like that, people who were dedicated to what they were doing, I really like it when you see people that really don't give up that bond that they have, even though they know that that's the end of it. A couple people were telling me that they were upset that at the end they had their big barricade. They were like, well, they're in heaven now, shouldn't they be done fighting?
But they weren't fighting at the end. They were just there.
That's what I said. I was like that, but that's their it's to show that, like, the spirit of it goes on. Like, they're still rebelling because they, even though, you know, maybe the French soldiers won whatever, they have their own happiness and peace, and that's theirs.
That's
and,
just
you know,
the way that they are.
Yeah. And their barricade's huge. If you didn't notice, it's friggin' giant. And it's like, it's all over, it's in front of, like, the town, like, the middle of Paris, and it's all over the government buildings, and it's like, screw you, we won. So, I mean, I thought that was nice.
Because they also, like, half the people that were staying there all died by it. So it was kind of like...
Yeah.
Showing it's like, this is where that they all died fighting for something. So it's not like it was something that was supposed to piss people off. I have a question for you, actually. You've seen it, what, twice now?
I've seen it twice.
Seeing it the second time, did you notice anything different, or did you appreciate it more or less, or...
I actually didn't react as well this time. I think I was really concerned about your reaction.
With how long it being, I was surprised that I was actually entertained the whole duration of the movie, which surprised me a lot. I still don't like musicals, but I was impressed. Although it didn't look like I was enjoying myself, I was, which I really hate to admit, to be honest. So, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily watch it again, but just because long, sad musicals aren't typically my thing. But I don't regret seeing it.
If you were a critic and you were rating it out of 10 stars, what would you give it?
A 9 or 10.
To close, I have one more question.
Okay.
Do you have any words to say to the man 3 seats down from us who would not turn off his phone the entire movie?
Go home. Like, he was sitting there the entire movie. I think he was on Facebook, and he was like this the whole time.
Except for it was like this. So I was trying to watch the movie, and you'd see the little glare, and you'd be like... I was literally about to go over there and just go...
I wanted to throw our popcorn in his face and just dump my drink on top of him.
But it would have been a waste of popcorn.
Yeah,
Popcorn didn't deserve that.
I wouldn't want to have used up the popcorn on someone like that.
In closing, Les Mis, what did you think?
I liked it as much as I hate admitting I liked it.
I'm so proud of you.
You should be proud of me. I feel cultured. I can join in conversations when people are talking about it and feel intellectual.
Yes. So yeah. And that'll be the end of that.